Good morning, students of class 7th. I hope you all are around. Just check it into. Today, we are going to take up civics chapter. Civics, first chapter we have already done. Second unit, that is state government. And state government, first chapter happens to be role of government in health. We can say as the topic itself suggests, that is role of the government in health. In a democratic form of government, it is a great expectation of the people that government will work for their welfare. And this could be through the provision of education, say as health, employment, can be housing, then electricity, and even the upkeep of the roads. So now we have taken up the role of government in health. So question arises, what is health? Health means our ability to remain free of illness and injuries. It can be defined as physical, mental, and social well-being, and as a resource for living a full life. It refers not only to the absence of disease, but the ability to recover and bounce back from illness and other problems. That is to define a person having good state of health in which he has a good immunity. When a person is having a sound health, or even if he is falling sick, and if his immunity is strong, he will bounce back from the illness. And generally it happens if people are undernourished. If anybody who's undernourished is not having adequate food to eat, maybe living in the cramped conditions, in that scenario he may be prone to illness. So now here it is shown in the olden times how the illness was taken care, and most of the time their illness was related to their mental health, and that was, all those who were well versed in kinds of miracles, and kinds of, they used to be having some homemade remedies, and somebody has to hold the person strongly. At times they were generally tied to a chair, kind of, and then the treatment was done. Now, aspects of healthcare services. There has been phenomenal advancement in medical sciences, whereby many new technologies and treatment procedures are available in the country. As we all know, there is a lot of advancement in healthcare services. Many type of diagnostic treatments are being done. Diagnostic treatments means maybe blood test, then laboratories for conducting plasma, and all level of plasma has to be checked in any of the diseases when a person is inflicted with, say as dengue or chikungunya, kind of. So there's a lot of advancement. Then at the same time, when we have all those diagnostic machines, they are highly advanced machines of ultrasound, then MRIs, and so on and so forth. Now the two categories of healthcare services in India, that is public health services and private health services. As again the term itself suggests, public health services, that is the health services which are available for common man or public. They may definitely be accessible to them. Then private health services. Now private health care sector, that is there may be some private hospitals. Like we have so many hospitals. You talk about Apollo, you talk about Medanta, you talk about Escort. There are many hospitals. Now, public health services is a chain of health centers and hospitals run by the government. They are linked together so that they cover both rural and urban areas and can also provide treatment to all kinds of problems, from illnesses to special services. Now, at the village level, there are health centers where there is usually nurse and a village health worker. PHCs, which we commonly uh, call them as, that is primary health centers. It covers many villages in a rural area, and nurses trained in dealing with common illnesses and work under the supervision of doctors at the PHCs. Several times we get to know so and so doctor is posted in rural area, and generally it happens when they get into this profession, the first few postings are in the rural areas, and wherein they are posted on PHCs. They have to look after the villages which are in a particular jurisdiction. Now, at the district level, in the district hospital that supervises all health services, in order to fulfill its commitment of providing health care to all citizens, the government has established these hospitals and health centers. One of the most important aspects of the public health system is that it is meant to provide quality health care services, either free of cost or at a low cost. When you visit B.D. Pandey Hospital here in Nainital, you have to take, say, around 10 rupee. You have to pay 10 rupee for consultation or whatever doctor you have to visit to, or any department you have to access to. So they are very cheap. And the diagnostic test, that is X-ray, most of the time with broken limb, when the boys go to the B.D. Pandey Hospital, they get the diagnostic treatment from there, that is X-rays. And then later on, remedial measures like plaster has to be done and all that. So it is on a very nominal charges. Now, private health services. A large number of doctors run their own private clinics. There are hospitals and nursing homes that are privately owned. Unlike public health services, in private facilities, patients have to pay a lot of money for every service they use. Yes, this happens. Why? Because in public health services, government is bearing the expenses. And here in private health services, maybe an individual who's doctor, or maybe few doctors together must be the owners of that private clinic. So in that event, if they are expediting, if they are providing certain facilities, certain privileges, so they are bound to charge for it for the maintenance purpose. Now, government safeguards the right to life. It is the duty of the government to provide necessary health services, including treatment in emergency situations. The court has asked the state government to give orders to the hospitals and staff to fulfill their duty of providing the necessary treatment. So there are many laboratories that do the tests and offer special facilities like X-ray, ultrasound, etc. According to our constitution, it is the primary duty of the government to ensure the welfare of the people and provide healthcare facilities to all. Now for this, we have a living example around us. We all are facing a dreadful disease, that is coronavirus, and that pandemic. Due to that, there is lockdown, complete lockdown, and government has taken special measures of treating those who are inflicted with the disease. In that effort, they have taken over many private hospitals, even the government hospitals, of course, they are providing. Then isolation wards have been created. Even a certain number of bogies of the train have been converted into those isolation wards. Then at the same time, a certain stipulated amount of money has to be taken for the blood test. Even the Lal Path Lab around the country, they have been allotted this responsibility, and they have to give this with great sincerity. within 24 hours, 42 hours, they are providing, 48 hours, they are providing the results of the blood test. So somehow the government owes this responsibility. Now the government, our Honorable Prime Minister, he's taken up this prime responsibility of imparting good health to the citizen of the country, and looking into the welfare of the people. It has been made sure, and it has been mandatory, he has made it mandatory that social distancing, despite of all that, every day you are when you're watching the news, you can see that people are defying the laws. People are, despite of not being allowed to move around, they are somehow managing to go out, and with the result, the disease is spreading. But still the government is head over heels so as to eradicate the disease and provide good health care services to the people. Now talking about Costa Rican approach. Costa Rica. When we talk about Costa Rican approach, why we needed to mention this? Because Costa Rica is a country which is believed to be the healthiest country in South America. They have made sure that they are not maintaining army. They took this decision, and the money which could have been utilized for the upkeep of the army, that is being spent on health, education and other basic needs of the people. So the Costa Rican government believes that a country has to be healthy for its development and pays a lot of attention to the health of its people. It also provides basic services and amenities to all the Costa Ricans. Now here, doctor and refugee enlists in Coast Guard's reserve as health service technician. So various kinds of services are being imparted in this. So it provides safe drinking water, sanitation, nutrition and housing. Why? Because it is an essential part. Now health education is also considered very important, and knowledge about health is an essential part of education at all levels. People have to be apprised of health and hygiene, about sanitation, about upkeep of their surroundings, which in the due course of time, in the past, we've seen that our Indian government has made a lot of efforts in this field, wherein providing healthcare, providing education to the people regarding how to keep their surroundings clean, how to make sure that vaccination and everything is being taken on time. So Costa Rican government also has taken, even many places they had been Anganwadis which have been made by Indian government, so as to ensure that specific problem of a village is taken care of. Then health centers have also been improved, and despite of all these efforts, still we are yet to achieve. We cannot say that yes, we have achieved to the fullest. Still we are on way to achieving. So now with this we come to an end to this chapter. In this chapter we have discussed about what do we understand by health. Health is overall well-being, overall welfare of a person. One should be physically and mentally fit, should be emotionally fit. Nowadays it has been talked about in a larger perspective, and we say that physical fitness is also included in this health education. So now an assignment which I have given it to you, this is regarding the present scenario. Keeping in view the recent pandemic, describe the role of the two categories of healthcare services in India. So as a clue, I have given here what are the two categories: public healthcare and private healthcare. So now what you are going to do and what are you expected to do? Now, first you will segregate public health services and private health services. Now, since you are very much at home, most of the time parents and everybody is watching the news, you also happen to come across that. Take your own pretty good time. While watching the TV, you make a note of what are the public health care services which are being provided to the people, and what are the private healthcare services. What is the role somehow. Now public healthcare, that is government hospitals, all these ASHA workers and all those doctors who are running around in this somewhere in one incidence of Indore where they were pelting of stones on them. They were all government doctors. Most of the time the government doctors are providing, government health services are being provided. Then these ambulances, right, and all those time and again those checkups which are being done on the roads. If there is a road which is blocked, people are not allowed to go, but for essential services if people are allowed, so in that event what is it they are doing? Certain checkup before people go through on road. They are making sure that there should be social distancing. They are doing that thermal checkup, thermal detection. So all that is included in public health services. Now coming to private healthcare. Private healthcare, there was very much in news, and they may be further in news, that private hospitals have also been taken over by the government so as to provide isolation wards, so as to provide medication, so as to provide timely treatment to all those patients, or you can say people who have been inflicted by this disease, right? Here you would be doing that. It would be very interesting because it is something which is happening around you, you are facing around, and you should feel free to include whatever points you want to. There is no word limit. You take it as a challenge, do it, make it interesting. If you get some ideas from your parents, from people around at home, your elder brothers or sisters, you can use them here, and you would be writing it. Basically you would be writing it, categorizing it into public health services and private health services, and then do it that way. Now with this, I think I should wind up this chapter. Assignment, I hope you've understood what you have to do, what you are expected to on piece of paper. What paper? A4 size paper, biology sheet, whatever is available with you. Even if you have some color paper, you can put it, you can write on that. Whatever is available at home with you. Need not to worry about where am I going to get and where am I going to write, how am I going to write, and putting across questions regarding I could not understand, I did not understand. Nothing. It's very simple, as simple as that, right? So with this, I wind up this chapter, and these healthcare services which are quite relevant to the present scenario. The chapter comes to an end. Thank you. Stay safe.